I'm not lazy. I'm just tired of going to work. I've always suspected that the word lazy exists mostly for convenience. Whenever we don't want to think further about someone's situation, don't want to ask why, don't want to pay the cost of understanding, we simply pull out this label and stick it on their forehead. Instantly, everything feels tidy again. The diligent deserve praise. The lazy deserve anxiety. But the problem is, this tidy order is questionable in the first place. If someone wakes up every day with no interest in the world, no expectation for the future, and nothing but exhaustion toward what lies ahead, we rarely ask what's going on in their mind. Instead, we ask, "Why are you so lazy?" Logically speaking, that's like seeing a car run out of gas and blaming the driver for lacking determination. Many so-called lazy people don't actually dislike taking action. What they dislike is meaningless action. To operate within a system they neither understand nor believe in, chasing goals they don't identify with, that's absurd enough on its own. If the brain chooses to go on strike under such circumstances, I'd say it's behaving quite rationally. Unfortunately, rationality is not something the workplace tends to welcome. The workplace prefers a different type of person. Someone who charges forward even without knowing why. Someone who keeps producing enthusiasm even when they can't see the result. This quality is called self-motivation. Those who lack it are thrown into the category of lazy. But I've always found it ironic that a person who can't even answer, "Why am I doing this?" is still expected to pour passion into the task. You want them to function like a machine, but maintain the warmth of a human being. There's something slightly schizophrenic about that expectation. Of course, some people suggest solving everything with discipline. It sounds noble, but in practice, it often becomes clenching your teeth, pushing through, and morally condemning yourself day after day. It may work in the short term, but in the long run, it turns life into manual labor, low-return manual labor. I prefer to believe that motivation isn't forced out, it's cultivated slowly through order. Regular routines, steady rhythms, a repetitive yet predictable life, these boring-seeming things can actually lift a person out of chaos. When you're no longer fighting your own mental state every day, only then do you have the spare energy to think about bigger questions. But order only answers the question, "Can I move?" It does not answer, "Why should I move?" And the latter is where the real trouble starts. Many people spend their whole lives working for a script written by others, for parental expectations, for society's templates, for a vague narrative of success. They sense that something about this narrative is off, yet lack the courage to step out of it. So the body begins to resist softly, the emotions begin to delay, and eventually they're diagnosed as lazy. To me, it looks more like a quiet form of rebellion. If you find yourself unable to feel excited about your career, instead of whipping yourself harder, try acknowledging a possibility. Maybe it's not that you're incapable. Maybe the road simply isn't worth running. That doesn't mean you get to lie flat without guilt. Quite the opposite. It means you have to take on a greater responsibility, to rethink for yourself. What kind of life do I want? What outcome am I willing to pay for? It's hard work, and it won't win you applause. But compared to spending a lifetime blinded by the word lazy, I think it's worth the effort. After all, someone who refuses to waste their life on meaningless things, to me, is anything but a bad person.